All right, fellas, I'm out in the garage here this morning. Boy, I tell you what, let's look here. It just clicked over to 52 degrees, but I'm going to tell you what, that's a cold 52 degrees out here. We've been in this cold snap where the temperatures have been down in the single digits, and with the wind blowing as much as it's been blowing outside, it's taken it down into the negatives. And boy, I tell you what, it has been cold. And my old heater here, that's a 5,000 watt heater that I've got. It's a comfort zone. And the max on that for what it's supposed to heat is 500 square feet, and that's about what I've got here in my garage, 500 square feet. So it's all that thing can do to really get. It's like 27 degrees outside, so for it being that cold, that's not going to come up. I mean, if I was out here for another 3, 4, 5 hours, yeah, that would probably get up to in the high 50s, maybe 60. But boy, I tell you what, everything out here is like an ice cube. Let me show you here. Got the new license for Ruby today. Well, $87, and you don't get a plate. You get that little bit of paper sticker to put on your plastic antique plate that they give you that I've had for some while, and you just replace the sticker. But they charge you $37 for that little piece of paper. Man, what a ripoff! I tell you what. All right, guys, I have not been out here in quite a few days. I mean, I come out here to check things out, but I haven't done anything at the bench, so everything's kind of like frozen in time. I've got that 392 Hemi, blown Hemi there, just going in this 41 Willys, and it's just been sitting there. I'm kind of, everything's kind of at the stage where I'm ready for some paint. And y'all know I'm still messing around with this 51 Henry J. I think I've got it to where I'm ready to throw some paint on it. Still got some ideas about this thing. There's the wheels and tires that's going on that thing. It's going to be a little fun, little goofy build right there. Now, I've been thinking about another build too. Let me show you all something. Let's go over to the computer here. I found this online. I'm going to tell you what, that's a 37 Ford pickup. Now, I'm really partial to the 37 Ford pickups because, let me show you here. I used to have one, a street rod. And there she be right there. My wife and I called it the Slimer. But that was that was old school, 4-speed on the floor, Muncie rock crusher, 411 gears and rear end. We called it our city truck because you couldn't take it out on the highway. It was geared so low. But that had a Chevy 302 engine in it. Now, if y'all are familiar with engines and things, the 302 was actually, that's what Chevy used back in the late 60s to compete in the Can-Am series because they didn't have an engine that would work, so they had to make something up. So what they did, they took a 327 block and they de-stroked it with a 283 crank, and that made it a 302. But they actually the engines came out in the Z28s in the late 60s, and those were 302s back then. The DZ 302, really powerful engine. When you de-stroke that, really powerful engine. But anyway, I'm partial to the 37, so I found this online. Something about that. I just really like that, so I got to thinking about it. And let me show you what that is. That's actually a something that was built, and it was built right here. It was called the 37 Ford 4-wheel drive truck known as Little Bigfoot. And that's it right there. And let me show you the placard down here. It was made by the Marmon Harrington Company. This was back in the late 30s. They built these. And it's a cool looking little truck. So I got to thinking about this thing. And I thought, boy, you know what? That might be a nice build. I'll see if I can find some tires and wheels like that. Old military tires and wheels. So I was over at the hobby shop today. After I left the license branch and getting ripped off of my plates for Ruby, I went over to the hobby shop and I saw this kit out, and I've been asking online and stuff if anybody knew what the wheelbase was on this thing, and never got a response. So I thought, I saw it in the hobby shop, so I went ahead and bought it. Let me pull it out here. Here she is, fellas. This is the new AMT kit of the 2021 Ford Bronco, first edition. Now, look here. This is all new tooling. So, I got to thinking about this, and I thought, you know, it's going to be a short wheelbase anyway. It might, that 37 Ford kit of Revell's might fit on there pretty good. So I took a measurement of this. I think I measured this as like 4 7/16 wheelbase. Not this, but the Revell's 37 Ford pickup, which I've got up there, right yonder. I measured it, and it's 4 7/16. So I don't know what this is yet. Once this video's over with, I'm gonna crack this open and I'm gonna take a rough measurement and see what I got, see if I'm close or not. But I think this might set the that body up high enough and look pretty cool. If I can't find those type of military wheels, I just may go ahead and put that body on this chassis. I think it'd look pretty cool. But anyway, that's a pretty cool looking kit. I mean, that's a good looking kit anyway. I mean, this should be a killer build for somebody. If this is really not my style of building, but I'll tell you what, being new tooling, well, I tell you what, you can't go wrong with that. And I watched online the top of this thing. That top, that actually lifts right off, just like the real Bronco. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, that's what I've been thinking. I'm gonna see if I can use that chassis and see what it might look like. This is all real early in the game, but to go back over here, I just really like the looks of this. This is a better picture of it right here. I just dig the looks of that. Just something about it. I don't know. This is out of my wheelhouse, but I just thought it looked pretty cool and thought I might like to build something like that. So I don't know. I might give her a shot, fellas. Hell, who knows? All right, guys, I'm not going to be out here much longer. I'm cold out here. I'm not doing anything today. We're supposed to get some better weather within the next week. I think we're going to actually get up into the upper 40s and 50s, but it's going to be rain. Every day that we get that good weather, it's going to be rain. So, daggone it. Can't win for losing. All right, that's about all I got here, fellas. Just want to give you a little update. Haven't been out here in a while, and like I said, all this stuff is kind of like frozen in time. So whenever I can get out here to get busy on, maybe some of those warmer days when it rains, I can get out here and do something. But until then, all right, I'm done.